Bonaduce Life Coach. You can email us at lifecoach@KZOK.com or call us right now at 1-800-252-1025. Life Coach brought to you by our friends at Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let us chat with Carol from Maple Valley. Good morning, Carol.
Hey, yeah.
What's up?
Well, my grandson, who is 17, wants to go to the prom in a limo.
Right.
With 9 of his friends or 8 of his friends.
Otherwise, how's he going to pay for it?
He wants me to put my credit card down, and his friends will pay for it, he says.
Well, see, I don't know that I love you being in the position to recoup money from a bunch of 17-year-olds. I don't love that. But I do like the limo, and I will tell you why. The big thing that happens at a prom is people hope for sex, but they definitely drink. So if your kid's got a designated driver, whatever the value of that is, the limo company is not going to put your kid in a car and think, damn it. People are going to have to be reasonably well behaved in this limousine. And I've seen it's been on the news. I one time saw it, I guess I was living in Los Angeles. A limousine pulled over on the side of the freeway. These kids all lined up, and the limo refused to drive them anymore. They were too unruly, and he pulled that car over. And parents came, I guess. I mean, it wasn't that big of a news story, but I'm assuming parents came and got them. So he's not going to get drunk and crash. He's, there's going to be a semblance of it's going to be okay. He's going to make it home. I think you should you should contact the other kids' parents. You should get your money in advance, or at least night of. That's certainly not too much to ask. But my son, the little bastard, or in this case, your grandson, the little bastard thinks he's going to prom in a limo. I personally think it's a lot to ask for and worth it. He's going to be safe. He's going to come home to you, and my guess is that you love him. So whatever happens, I think you should get your money first. But whatever happens, he's coming home to you safe and sound. The other big advice you want to give a kid, so he goes, okay, you're going in the limo. God bless, you're going to get home safe. The other advice you might want to normally give is there's sex with 9 other kids there. I don't think that's going to happen. The limo is a great idea, Carol. Thank you very much for the call.
If you've got a question for the Life Coach, call 800-252-1025 or email lifecoach@KZOK.com. Remember, you can call yourself Steve or Becky. Lie about your name if you need to.
I was going to tell Carol that she could tell her son, make sure you wear a condom. And you don't have that conversation with your grandma. But you guys go to prom. Remember that.
If you've got a question, call now to speak to the Life Coach. And here is Steve in Seattle.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm all good, man. What's up with you?
Hey, just wondering if you had any advice for a man that had a kid about 18 months ago, and I feel like the wife is just shut down in the sensuality department.
I could not tell you how often I have gotten this phone call, and if I didn't think it would be silly, I'd have called myself with this phone call. I have 2 kids. Only happened with, I think it was the second one, but it's pretty standard. I looked into it. Hormones have gone crazy with this child. There's a lot going on down there. There's self-esteem issues. Am I still pretty? And there's hormones like crazy. You write that she might think, I don't want any part of this. But that has nothing to do with you. I don't know if it's it's probably testosterone in women too on this one. She really doesn't want any. It has nothing to do with you. She's probably still your best pal, still wants to hang out, still wants to do lots of other things, but sex doesn't really cross her mind anymore. See if it's for real. If it lingers for too long, and 18 months is a pretty long time. There are doctors who specialize in this. One of our advertisers, what is it? Do you remember that
Innovative Men's.
Innovative Men's. That's what they do for men. It's all hormones all the time. There are just as many clinics for women. Go on the internet and check them out. But this has nothing to do with you. Now, I have this quick question for you, Stephen. Does she still deliver in rare occasions when he's saying, honey, this isn't fair? Does she still come through?
Yes.
Okay, then, yeah, she's a good wife. I really like her. The downside is when she's not doing it and shut it down, so to speak, has nothing to do with you. Be as good of a husband. She's a good wife. Check it out and see if it's hormones, any of the other things I said. Just shut a baby out, man. Self-conscious is all sorts of things. How much did her weight change?
Actually, nothing. She's even. 0 for 0.
God bless this woman. Yeah, I think I'm positive this has nothing to do with you. She'll still deliver for you when you ask, come on, man, I want you to deliver. This is hormones or low self-esteem. Either way, this too shall pass and everything's going to be fine there, Stephen. And if you get the hormone, if it is, you should kind of hope it's hormones because they start greasing on these hormones with chicks. It's mostly rub-on and things like that. She's going to, and this is what I understand. I've never had a woman on these hormones, but from what I understand, she'll be all good to go, like better than she was before when they, I think they rub it on under the armpits and under the calves, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm usually am not. She'll be good to go, man. And I think, that's why you want to root for that to be the problem, because you can fix it, rather than have her go, oh, okay, well, I feel good again. So I'd go for the hormones if I were you. Hey, thank you, Stephen. I hope that works out for you.
800-252-1025. Call that number now if you've got a question for the life coach, or email lifecoach@KZOK.com. Beth in Shoreline sent an email. She writes, I'm planning my wedding this summer. It's a small family event, and my concern is my fiance's twin nephews. They're about a year and a half old, very mobile, and very active. They get into everything. Their single mom is a nice lady, but at family gatherings, she sits back, drinks, and expects everyone else to look after her rampaging kids. I would prefer that these kids not attend. How do I convey this without alienating my future sister-in-law?
This is, I can't believe some of these answers are right in the bag. And I guess it's because I've heard them before a couple of times. On the invitation, it needs to say adults only. Not your kids can't come, because that's going to make everybody mad. But you put on the invitation, you say, see you at this night. It's the proud night that we become the one and we love and the stars will shine. And then it says right at the bottom, adults only. If you have anybody else with kids, you might want to tell them, what's an adult and things like this. We're talking about 1-year-old twins right here, but the kids are out and nobody's mad at you. That's a great way to do it. I've seen it done before. I'm sorry to say that it not just occurred to me. It's a thing you do right there. Adults only, and those kids are out of your wedding. And I'm with you. Like I said, I've said this already. I have 2 kids, and I've been the guy. The worst one with me is guy on the airplane, and the kids are screaming out of control, and there's nothing you can do. That's horrible. You don't deserve that at your wedding. You deserve way better than that at your wedding. So whatever it is, or the next thing you send out, because there's a lot of correspondence with these things, that's what it needs to say. Hey, we wish to see you there. Adults only. And these kids are out of your dreams.
800-252-1025. Call that number now if you've got any kind of question at all for the life coach. He has been through it all, and he can help you. 800-252-1025 or email lifecoach@KZOK.com. George in Seattle writes, my wife moved out in September. We filed for divorce about a month ago. We're good with the division of stuff, but she seems to think she can just come over anytime to drop off her dog. She's a flight attendant, and the dog is family, so I don't really care, but she comes in and looks around while I'm not there. Can I change the locks? She's still on the title until I buy her out. What can I do? Oh,
see, you threw something at me at the very end there, because you haven't bought her out yet. She's kind of got sore. But can I change the locks to your own home? Absolutely. The thing, until you buy her out, this, everything for your divorce decree is not done yet. You may think it is, but if you have not bought her off, money's still going to change hands. A deed is going to change hands. You're not out of that door. Don't make this lady angry, or at least too angry. You don't have to sit back and take everything. No, she has no right to come over to your house. And boy, I'm not going to tell you what to do because you didn't ask me about the dog. I'm just going to throw this one in free. You're overthinking the dog, man. I've seen too many. I had a girlfriend that shared custody. It wasn't legal, but she was all serious about it. Well, I share custody of Fritz with my old one. No, you don't. You're a huge pain in my ass. That's what you are. I would not predispose myself for, that dog's, and I'm telling you, if I'm not right today, I'm right in 6 months. Dogs live about 8 years from, this might be 14 years on the old side. That dog's going to cause you grief, man. She's going to come over and say, take your dog. I'm sick of this dog. Or you're going to say, I want the dog. I don't want to see your ugly face anymore. That dog's going to cause you problems. You didn't ask about the dog, so I just threw that in as a bonus. Yes, you have absolutely every single right in the world to change that phone number, to change the locks on that door and stop that one. I don't love her looking around either. Going through your medicine cabinets. And, we talked about this on this very show here. I was known to look through this guy's medicine chest all the time. I don't even think it was that guy. He's just the guy that did something about it. I opened this guy Kit's medicine chest when I was in maybe right out of high school, and I opened up, and all these marbles fell out, and I was busted because he wanted to bust whoever was going through his medicine chest. Everybody goes through stuff to one degree or another. I don't like the fact that she's coming over to your house. I don't like the fact that you share a dog, and I don't like her sniffing through your stuff. It's a bad idea, and you're just going to get in trouble there. Get this lady your money and get you out of your life.
Danny Bonaduce, life coach, is what you're hearing. And if you're listening,
it's damn good.
You can tell that Danny has been through everything and can help you if you've got a problem. 800-252-1025 or email lifecoach@KZOK.com. Rachel and Edmond sent an email. Earlier this year, I disappeared for a couple of months. My friends probably assume I just wasn't interested in hanging out, but the truth is, I was in a facility being treated for mental health problems. My immediate family knows the truth, but I've been embarrassed to say anything to my friends. Now that I'm better, I want to get back in touch, but I'm not sure how I should frame my disappearance. Should I think of it as nobody's business but my own, Or should I be honest?
You should be honest, and I'll tell you why. It is their business. They love you. They worried about you. You disappeared off their radar, and obviously you were on every day. They're also sitting around wondering, what the hell happened to her? What the hell happened to her? You know what? I think you owe it to your friends. And here's the thing with today's society. If you listen to the show, you kind of know. Mental illness is no longer a thing to be hidden. It's a thing to be medicated, to be dealt with. So your friends are seeing about what a completely valuable member of society was seeking treatment this week. It's everywhere you look, and people are really educated. Maybe not as educated as they should be, but I think they're going to go, wow, and here's going to be a surprise. People are going to have questions. Wow, what was this facility like? How crazy are you? What meds do you take? They're your friends. I don't know how playful you are. My friends, if I asked Sarah and Will, if I just popped up and I went, sorry, guys, I've been being seen for mental illness, I'm not sure exactly what their questions would be. Here's my questions.
Again?
There you go. Again. That's me. She's not kidding. It sounds funny, but again, I've been treated for mental illness. I get treated on Thursdays. I think you should absolutely tell your friends. They deserve it. That's why they're friends. If you had a bad relationship or something like that, you tell them all about it. Well, you went off the radar for a little while, and now you're back. You take your meds. And by the way, take your meds. We always say that on the show. Here's the problem with psych drugs is that they work. And pretty soon you're going, I don't need these meds anymore. And you stop, and then you're crazy again. So take your meds. Tell your friends what up, and they won't be flipped out by this. It's more common than you think. Thank you very much. That's all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. By the way, once again, Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones. Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.